Hello and welcome to the Cisco Nexus Fabric Manager 1.2.3 demo. My name is Salvatore Ventura, and in this video I will demonstrate features and capabilities of the Cisco Nexus Fabric Manager. This release has focused on scale, stability and usability, while keeping the overall look and feel that you are already familiar with. In this video, while giving an overview of the features and capabilities of the Nexus Fabric Manager, I'll highlight several examples of workflow simplification and enhancements over the previous releases. The demo environment consists of a greenfield deployment of Nexus 9000 switches in spine leaf topology and includes end-host devices. As in our previous video, I will cover several workflows, from the fabric bring-up to providing Layer 2 and Layer 3 connectivity to the hosts and more. The first step will be to discover all the devices in our fabric. In Fabric Discovery, we have added a new methodology called Auto Fabric Provisioning, or AFP. By leveraging Power-On Auto Provisioning, or POAP, on the Nexus switches, AFP gives the administrator a zero-touch workflow for Fabric Discovery. Let's follow in detail what happens on a switch by connecting to its console. New Nexus 9000 switches boot by default to POAP mode, where they try to reach out to a POAP server for their initialization. NFM provides an easy process to leverage this facility. From the user interface, select the Import New Switch workflow and provide the following information: switch chassis serial number, desired management IP address, desired switch user credentials, and desired switch firmware version. All that's left now to do is to wait for the switch POAP process to latch onto the NFM POAP server to begin its initialization. This process takes some time, so we have accelerated the video here, but as you can see, it's completely hands-off. Once the administrator has configured the desired parameters for a switch in NFM, everything else is taken care of automatically. The original discovery import method is of course still available. The two methodologies can be mixed, so in the demo setup we will import the rest of the fabric using discovery and import, which you can already see in action. Once the switches are all discovered, it's time to enter them into managed mode and have the NFM automatically build the underlay. Note that, with AFP, you could have enabled managed mode directly, for an even faster workflow. In the Neighbors tab, we can find all devices that are connected to the fabric, in particular hosts, storage, RAID47 devices, foreign switches. Their discovery is done through CDP or LLDP. Port channel VPC creation has been added as an action directly into foreign devices, which is a considerable simplification. Fields in the dialog have been reorganized to optimize the user experience. Broadcast domains, or VXLAN overlays, have received several enhancements as well. For example, the ability to optionally define a gateway has been added directly onto the broadcast domain creation dialog, as well as the ability to select a VRF. VRF creation is performed as earlier on their own dedicated page. There is also the ability to create several broadcast domains in one shot, by either specifying how many we need, or a list of comma-separated VLAN ID ranges. VLAN membership can now be checked and managed with a new intuitive interface in two new places. From a broadcast domain members panel, where you can add and remove interfaces and port channels from the member list, and from an interface or port channel, where you can add and remove broadcast domains and also set the native or untagged broadcast domain. The original interface panel has been enhanced as well. While it retains all of the workflows that we have demonstrated for both port channels and broadcast domains, the latter capability has been enhanced, so that now you can assign in one shot multiple broadcast domains to multiple interfaces across the fabric. And if you're unsure of your multi-selection, you can edit it. By clicking on this button, you can access the selected elements, and this allows you to remove spurious elements that might not belong, without having to reselect each object from the beginning. This is particularly useful as the list of objects can grow very quickly. The topology view has not changed in its form and interaction, although several performance improvements have been integrated. The topology remains fully actionable, provides the ability to search, filter, and zoom, and also the ability to display overlay in a graphical fashion. The Cisco Nexus Fabric Manager provides image upgrades for the Cisco Nexus 9000 switches. The NFM itself hosts an image catalog where you can upload the latest NXOS releases and then use those images to perform upgrades. One important enhancement here is that the NFM will automatically import images from the switches it manages, if that release is not yet in its catalog. To define an upgrade, you select a list of switches and assign an image from the catalog, and the desired upgrade strategy. You can then manually start and track the upgrade at a later time, but also update its properties, including a newer available NXOS image, and or the set of members in the group. Switch and interface profiles continue to provide the user with a centralized place where to store and control configuration parameters that are common across multiple switches and interfaces respectively. These profiles can also be made default at the global switch pool level. When looking at object details, you have direct access to state, stats, and counters in the overview panel, and then several different tabs depending on the type of object. For switches, it is Interfaces and Neighbors. For port channels, it is Members and Broadcast Domains. For interfaces, it is broadcast domains. Additionally, every object has a History and Faults tab, which help tracking NFM operations, as well as faults events and their resolution. And then, there is still the ability to store textual comments in each object, so as to provide a convenient place for the user to store contextual historical work notes. Last but not least, CLI access to the switch is one click away from the switch object, and is provided as a new tab in the browser. Here we can finally have a quick look at all the configuration that NFM has prepared and pushed onto the switches during the course of this demo. This concludes the Cisco Nexus Fabric Manager 1.2.3 overview demo. I hope this has provided you with a fair demonstration of the features and capabilities of the Nexus Fabric Manager. For more information, please visit www.cisco.com/go/Nexus Fabric Manager. From the Cisco NFM team, Salvatore Ventura, thank you.